afternoon. Today we're going to do Philly cheesesteak. I'm going to start with a nice deep cast iron pan with some olive oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I want to get it pretty warmed up, pretty hot, medium hot. We're going to add a whole green pepper. Now normally I would add a whole sliced up red pepper, but I had a beautiful orange and a red, so I did a half orange and half red. But it's a total of 2 peppers, no matter how you look at it. Nice onion cut in half, then sliced thin. So we have all these little smiley faces. And I'm going to throw in about a cup of mushrooms. Now, break these onions up just a little bit. And we're going to cook this and cook it down until it's just starting to caramelize. You can tell when it starts to caramelize because it's going to get that brown black edge to it, and it brings out like just the sweetness of those onions. So this is going to take about 10-15 minutes. All the while, of course, you want to make sure everybody's getting some of that heat. I know this looks like a lot, but there's a lot of water in here, and it's gonna cook down a lot here. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes. It's only been about 5 minutes, but it's already starting to cook down. They're starting to soften up a little bit. The mushrooms are releasing their moisture. Mushrooms are almost all moisture, and well, red peppers are all the pepper family are a lot of water in content. So we're just getting that to come out. It's starting to smell really, really good. I'm going to go ahead and season it. I'm going to use just like about a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, black pepper, and smoked paprika. Okay. Yeah, you can see that's not fat in the bottom. That's it releasing all the water that's in it. That's good. Going to incorporate all these flavors. They're going to meld together. See you in a few more. Okay, you can see they are really starting to soften up now. They're not caramelizing yet, but they're just starting. If you look at the white, the onions, they're just starting to caramelize, getting a little brown on the edge. It'll be just a few more minutes, and these will be ready to be actually put to the side while I take care of the meat portion of the meal. So we're going to let it continue. There we go. Okay, these are nice getting caramelized, they're getting brown on the edges. And so it's time to take these off, set them aside. Now I'm going to turn this heat down just a little bit here. And I'm going to put a couple more tablespoons of olive oil back in. And here's our meat. Now here's the story of our meat. I had some New York strip steaks frozen, and I defrost them about halfway, so that they're still frozen, half frozen. So with the serrated edge, I can cut it as thin as possible. Not as thin as like a meat cutter, but like thick lunch meat. As thin as you can get it with a serrated knife. And then, once I've got all that, you chop it. And you just keep chopping it and chopping it. Because this is going to be just bite-sized. There should be no pull to it. Makes it nice and tender. And it cooks really quickly. I'm going to do another quarter teaspoon of pepper. And a little kosher salt too. And we want to make sure that there's the pink left. We want it cook pretty good. Now when this is all cooked, we're going to add our peppers back, but all the water in the bottom of the bowl we're going to leave in there. We don't want this to be soggy. We don't want our bread to get soggy. So we'll leave whatever water is left in that bowl just right where it is. Looks like our meat's all done, no red left. We're going to take our vegetables, our peppers and onions and mushrooms, and add it right back in. As I said, if there's any water left over, you don't want the water. I don't have any in mine, so I don't have to worry about it. Now we're going to mix this up, incorporate this real good. Okay. Then we're going to lay provolone all across the top. We'll start with that. We can add a little more if we need it. While that's melting down, we're going to go over to our toaster. Okay, we have two nice sesame hoagie rolls here. Sub sandwiches, hoagie rolls. They go by a lot of different names. I'm going to put them in the toaster. Now, my wife and I have two different opinions on how toasty toast should be. So she set hers to the right side. I have my setting to the left. And we're going to let those toast up. Now, if you want, you could butter the side and put it on a hot pan or on the grill and get some nice char marks on it with some butter. Chose not to go that way. We're just going to toast it and put it right on. As you can see, it's all melted down. We have our toasted hoagie, and now we're just going to fill this up. Oh yeah. They should be overflowing with stuff. Ooh, maybe that's a little too much. And they're a beautiful overstuffed Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Oh, yum. Okay, let's see. The meat's very tender, cheesy, nice. The peppers have a nice texture to them and taste. A little earthy with the when you hit a mushroom. Love that. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Sorry I'm talking with my mouth full, but this has got to be one of my favorites. Come back and see us next time. God bless.